This morning I put out a question to you guys on my Instagram stories and I was literally inundated with a response. I've got some actionable tips that I want to share with you about getting better, being on camera in public in today's episode of When Will I Learn? The first thing to really think about is that you need to change your mindset on this. You're not talking to yourself, you're not talking even to a camera, you're talking to an audience. And you know, if you're in front of a big audience, one of the pieces of advice that you'll get is to focus on one person and just think about talking to that person. You need to do the same with this. Maybe forget that I was talking about talking to a big group of people and just let's go back to that focus on one person. Here's the interesting thing, you probably do something like this all the time. When you pick up your phone and you're walking down the street, are you embarrassed? Like, are you embarrassed by people looking at you and thinking, oh, who are they talking to? You're not, because you're concentrating on the other person, the person that you're actually talking to. Which leads me into my first sort of little exercise. What you want to do, and this is going to feel and seem really, really weird, definitely at first anyway, is you're going to want to grab out your phone as you're walking down the street, somewhere that there's quite a few people, and just kind of pretend to have a conversation. And what that's going to do is it's going to make you realise you're going to be on the phone, so no one's going to care what you're actually doing, but because you're not thinking about the person that you're talking to on the other end, because there's no one there, you're actually going to be focused on like the people around you. And you'll realise that no one really cares. And if you keep doing that, I think that will really help. Another little thing you can do to help with your comfort zone alongside this, step number 2, is to find someone who'll FaceTime with you. This will get you used to projecting your voice. Must be around that way. Sorry, we're a bit lost. Get used to projecting your voice while you're out in public. So FaceTime someone when you're in a cafe, FaceTime someone while you're walking down the street. If you can't find anyone to FaceTime you, hell, message me and we'll get something sorted. If you're into that, we'll get you out talking out in the streets. The only way that you're going to get more comfortable being on camera is just to be on camera more. So this may mean that you have to sit in your bedroom and just talk to the camera. You don't necessarily have to put that first footage out there, but getting it out there does definitely help as well. And then finally there are the kind of, you know, the gateway social media into it. So things like Instagram stories are a great way to get into YouTube, because you can do them, they're a bit more throwaway, they disappear quickly, unless you save them obviously, but that's just a good way to keep up your practice. That's how I started. And again, that's so similar to chatting on FaceTime to someone that no one really notices that you're doing it. I mean, I'm sat here with this huge camera rig and no one cares. And it all just boils down to ways of practicing. The more you do it, the more you'll be comfortable with people looking at you. And the truth of it is, not many people do in the end. I mean, I don't know, I might just pan around and see if anyone's looking at me now. There may be a few people, there may not be, but I don't really care anymore. And that's really funny because at one point I was like unable to do it at all. So yeah, practice. I'm at this like wellness festival helping Katie out doing a workshop, and downstairs there's this like movement class on, and it's basically the class from Peep Show, you know the one.
No. Oh no, salsa's on Tuesdays. No, this is Rainbow Rhythms. It's quite full on.